Today on BRStv, we're doing something new. Hi, I'm Ryan, one of your hosts of BRStv. For those of you that are following along recently, my wife is about to have our baby at any moment, and I'm going to take a quick break to go enjoy that with her. While I'm gone, RT is going to start a fun new series with all of you. I'll see you in just a few short weeks.
Hey guys, while Ryan's gone, we're going to start the 52 FAQ, where we answer all of your frequently asked reefing questions from our popular 52 Weeks of Reefing series. Today we're going to answer Rebel D Supporter 92's question from week 5. What would you recommend to paint the back of the aquarium? I want it black. Like most things in reefing, this is a fairly simple question to those of us who've done it before and learned from our mistakes. Most of us actually started off our first reef tank by applying some type of black plastic film or other material to the outside of the tank. That can work okay, but it eventually peels off and you're just better off painting it your desired color, which is almost always black. People normally use black because it doesn't promote or show algae growth on the back of the tank, and most reefers agree that it just looks best unless you have some pretty specific desires. Let's start with the type of paint. We want something that will adhere well to glass, goes on easy, low cost, easy to find, and hopefully provides complete coverage in 2 coats. Everyone here at BRS uses Rust-Oleum enamel paint, which is also probably the easiest paint to find in any market. Flat or gloss doesn't really matter that much, so get whatever's the cheapest. In the aquarium, both will have a glossy appearance. The only reason to select one over the other is if you care about what the back looks like. I guess my personal preference is gloss in that case, but it really doesn't matter that much. Rust-Oleum comes in a typical can as well as a spray can. Both work well and have individual advantages. With the spray can, you don't need a roller or other tools, which makes it the lowest cost option. However, you absolutely should do it outside so you don't get enamel paint all over your house. You can obviously find ways to control the paint, but I personally would never spray black paint inside of my house. I'll also say that unless you're good with spray paint, it's easier to get drips, uneven coverage, and frequently requires a few coats to get a nice even black coat on the back of the tank. I'd say spray paint's best for small tanks where it's easy to bring them outside and is also the cheapest solution, but easily the most messy, requires the most protection, and is the easiest to mess up. For that reason, I always use the traditional can of paint and roll mine on. The roller applies the paint in a nice even coat. It doesn't get in the air, so it can be done indoors easily. It's more novice friendly, and I think it's the overall simplest solution with the highest success rate. You can almost always get complete coverage in 2 coats. We do have a few tips, starting with make sure to tape off the parts you don't want to be black. Most people don't care that much about getting some paint on the trim, but if you do, tape it off with painter's tape. Personally, I would tape off the edges of the tank so no paint gets on the side panels. Rather than applying the tape flat, leave the edges tapered out so drips end up on your drop cloth rather than on the glass side panes. I also like to paint it with the back of the tank facing up, which limits drips. You won't see the drips on the inside of the tank, but it makes it look nicer if the backside's ever exposed. Also, be somewhat stingy on the first coat and try to just apply a thin layer. This is more or less just a primer or a tack coat which dries quickly and provides something for the second coat to easily adhere to. It's common to try and put the first coat on thick in hopes that you might only have to do one, but in almost every case you'll have to do a second, and all you've accomplished is adding drying time to the first coat. The last piece of this is the roller itself. Select something for ultra smooth surfaces if you can. This will make applying the paint to the glass evenly easier and reduce the chances you'll need a third coat. In most cases, I try and use a 1/4 or 3/8 inch nap roller that says smooth surfaces on the packaging. Personally, I prefer these mini rollers, which gives me a lot more control over the application on a small area like an aquarium. I also try and get a decent brand that doesn't leave fibers behind. Trying to save a buck or two here just isn't wise. You can normally get a kit with a frame, roller, and tray at any big box hardware store for less than 10 bucks. I also advise picking up a cheap foam brush with a sharp angle, which allows you to get the edges right next to the trim. A lot of people like to do the trim with the brush first and then the roller after. I'd also recommend cleaning the glass off before painting with something like rubbing alcohol. This will clean any grease or oils off the glass and allow the paint to adhere properly. If you make any mistakes, let the paint dry and gently scrape it off with a clean razor blade. Hopefully this was helpful for those of you who are wondering how to paint your tank. If it was, let us know with a quick thumbs up, and if you have any questions or tips for us or the BRS community, let us know in the comments area down below. In today's poll, we're also asking all of you what you treated the back of your tank with, so vote now and check out the results to see what others are doing with their tanks. I'll see you in the next BRS 52 FAQ, where we answer Alex D. Michelli's question. In a calcium reactor, if you're dissolving old coral in it, isn't it also going to dissolve mag as well? Why do you need to add the extra mag?